Hey guys, my name is DrSharnael Wolverton Sehon, and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about influencers and inspiration and some of the science behind that. Those of you who have watched 2 or 3 videos ago regarding the